What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Tim Bip Live. Happy. How are we? How you doing? It's good to be back. Good to see you. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. My name's Perry. If you're new here, I am the host of This Is My Bourbon Podcast, a long-running bourbon podcast out of Lexington, Kentucky. And we're here. We made it. How you been? Did you miss me? Sorry for having the week off last week, but I was on vacation. And you got an episode this week with not me. With Chad and Kyle filling in. Hope you liked it. If you haven't listened to it yet, please do so. It's very good. It's very funny. It's very fun. They did an excellent job of taking the reins when I needed them to. I'm very proud of those guys. Next week, I'll be back on microphone for the podcast with Kyle. We've got a really good taste off that we're doing. It's not really a review. It's more like a taste off. Looks like we made it. I know that's not the right looks like we made it, but that's the one that I sang. Although, good to see you, Mike Schneider. How are you? Good afternoon, all you wonderful whiskey people. I'll be watching while on the rowing machine. New, old, but starting again. Rule is no whiskey until after exercise, so tempt me with your libations. Well, that does sound like a good idea. Time to warm up the old palate. Oh, that was correct. That was the, is that Barry Manilow? Looks like we made it. Left each other on the way. I think that's right. I don't know. Kicking off the evening with the brand new Four Roses 100 proof 5-year-old bourbon. Yes, Manilow. Fantastic. Why I have Barry Manilow tucked away in my brain, I don't know. I have been listening to and watching a lot of Glenn Hansard videos after yesterday's devastating news and openly weeping while doing it. What just a monumental loss. Gone way too friggin' soon, man. I love Glenn Hansard so much. Just one of those incredibly pure humans, just pure souls, and made music because that was like what he was put on the planet to do. And I feel bad that I don't make more music because I have been given the gift of being able to make music, and Glenn Hansard did that to like the fullest extent. And it was just amazing, man. If you've never seen the movie once, go do it. Falling Slowly is one of the most beautiful written songs ever. I'm old and you're an old soul, and Papa Ritter raised you right. Yes, very sad news about a great songwriter. I loved his episode on Trackstar. I don't know if I've watched that. I will have to go dig that up. What is this? Oh, no. Just saw... This is not like... Hold on. This is not life or death news, but Wonder Man has been canceled. The show. Totally Weeds subscribing on the Twitch. Thank you so much for 4 months in a row. Ay que fabulosa. If you want to subscribe on Twitch with your Twitch Prime or for $6 a month, you can do so just as Totally Weeds has done. It is an incredible way to support the show. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Totally Weeds, for that 4 straight months of support. But I just got this notification that the Marvel show Wonder Man had been canceled from Will Neff. I'm not the biggest Marvel guy, but this is actually a tragedy. This show was such a welcome change of pace. Bummer. Welcome back. Thank you, Totally Weeds. Good to be back. It's been a long few days getting back into the rhythm of things, but I'm feeling much more adjusted now, thankfully. But that first Monday after vacation is like, whew, it's like, why did I leave in the first place? I should never have done that to myself. I haven't had any Four Roses since I've been gone or back. That's a good way to wake up your senses. Yes, this is also true. Everyone should go to your Twitch stream and follow if they aren't. I'm only 5 followers away from affiliate. Please go do that. Twitch.tv/mybourbonpod. 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 Hop over there and please hit that follow button. I technically like make some rhythm is gonna get you. I don't know why I heard that in like some Michael Jackson song. My mind works in song lyrics. I totally understand. I technically make some money on Twitch. Not a lot. But also it kind of gets saved as like retainer money. I don't get to cash out. But it's this new like way that they have set up Twitch so that I can still have subscribers and whatnot. I can't run ads at the moment. Not that I would run a whole lot of ads if I did. But it is a nice way to support the show. And eventually we will get there. Because I do enjoy Twitch as a streaming platform. Not that I don't like YouTube, but it's always nice to have backups. Should something happen and something hit the wall. Speaking of Twitch, should I show this? I think I'm going to. Nah, I'm not going to show that. I changed my mind. I might clip it into a video sometime, but not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, I forgot to say cheers, everybody. Cheers. With a decidedly not clean glass. That's my bad. But also, a couple of things. Cheers, I just made myself a Monte Carlo. That sounds delightful. I didn't have time to eat before I hopped on stream. I have eaten today, but I didn't have time for dinner. So towards the end of stream, I'll probably be ordering food or thinking about the leftover rotisserie chicken that I have in the fridge. So couple of things. First of all, next week is my birthday. Next Friday, I turn 33. Thank you for following Amanda A-Stack. Or Amanda Stack. Yeah, I can't read. I have just plumb forgotten how to read. Amanda Stack, thank you for following on Twitch. Appreciate you. You youngin', yes, I know, I am but a wee babe. But next Friday is my birthday. Next Thursday, though, I am hoping to go live. But Thursday night from 5 to 7, we have kindergarten orientation for my oldest. Welcome also a YouTube subscriber. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, I think I recognize your picture. Appreciate that very much. The more that we have, the better numbers that we have. I'm a numbers guy. The better. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much for following on the Twitch. It means a lot. Means a lot. But we have kindergarten orientation next Thursday night from 5 to 7. And 7, of course, is when I start my streams normally. However, we are very fortunate that we have our kindergarten about 2 minutes away, like almost literally from our house. So if I do wind up going live, I will be live probably around 7:30 next week. That would be like my birthday stream. But we'll see. I'm not sure whether or not that's going to happen right this second, because of course kindergarten orientation does take precedence at the moment, and yeah, I'm gonna bring it in here for a moment and be real vulnerable with you guys. Your boy and Mrs. Timbip. We're going through it right now, man. We're dealing with bring the tissues. We're dealing with the fact that our oldest kid is going into grade school. It's crazy. I'm just like shocked. It just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks out of nowhere. I don't have a thing about aging for myself. And like I birthdays are not like a thing where I feel like I'm just one step closer to death. But I do have a thing where it's like, it's just a number. I really, it doesn't really bother that much. So but like a kid, going through a milestone, that feels like more of a big deal. Like and you're right, time does fly. Totally, Weeds. It does. My oldest starts second grade this year, and my younger one starts preschool. It's just crazy. So hopefully I can come and hang out with you all next week, and I don't want to say commiserate, but at least relinquish some of my anxieties, some of my feelings of sadness, I guess. But I cannot make any promises right now as to whether or not I will be live. Don't be sad when you drop her off. She waves by and goes off to play when you thought she was going to cling and cry. At least that's what I did, and well as my son did. Yeah, I mean, so we had this week like a kindergarten camp where she went for 3 hours Monday through Wednesday, and basically just kind of got the lay of the land, understood where her school was, where some of the things were in her school. And I dropped her off on Tuesday, and she did exactly that. Like I checked her in. She didn't even say bye. She just like ran inside, and it was totally fine. Like it was almost like setting me up for what it was going to be like when she goes for her first day on the 12th. So yeah, we'll see. Will she be riding the bus? No. Their school is 2 minutes away from our house. I don't think that's going to happen. Time does fly. My youngest is 29 now. That can't be real because I'm only 35. That's very funny. It's a wild ride. I'm hoping that most mornings, and I'm setting myself up for failure with not really this expectation, but at least this hope. I can just walk her over, and I mean it would turn into like a 10 or 15 minute walk, but it would at least be something. Like this is not just my podcast desk. This is not just my streaming desk. This is also where I work. For the most part, like 4 out of 5 days of the week. Some Wednesdays I go into my office. 2 minutes doesn't mean close. Our school is about 7 minutes away, but like 3 miles of distance. No, like it's like a 2 minute drive. Like 4 turns. Like it's not even 3 miles away. It's like a half mile. Maybe a quarter mile. I don't know. This is my Bourbon Work Desk. Hello, Tony. How are you, brother? Good to see you. But like I stay pretty stationary for most of the day, and so just like being able to get up and walk her to and from school would be nice. But we'll see. She also takes a long time to get ready in the morning, so I'm not anticipating that that's going to change when she starts kindergarten. So we'll see. Good to be seen. I understand what you're saying. Maybe it's the Midwest in me that we do distance and time and it's not linear. Yeah, I totally understand that. It's just that like, I mean, we do distance and time in Lexington as well. But the funny thing is, like, unless something is so close that you can spit on it, like everything in Lexington is about 10 or 15 minutes away. Like almost regardless of traffic. And then some days it's like 20 minutes away. And that's when it's real bad. Tony B all the way in Florida. How are you? Did you get hit by any of the storms? Did you survive Bertha? Hope you're okay. We were in South Carolina last week, and I don't think that we had anything from Bertha, but we did have some storms. So, all good here, just ridiculously hot. It was so hot in Isle of Palms. Gonna heat up dinner. Heat you up some dinner. Do you spit on a lot of stuff in Lexington? The sidewalks must be disgusting. I try not to. Yeah, I try to keep it in the sink. Big old Bertha. Big old Bertha coming down the line. Nope, not gonna sing that. That. It was gonna be about a tropical storm, but I didn't want to say she's gonna get you wet. It would have come out wrong. All right, so tonight, as you might have seen by the title card here, we are going to be looking at the Duck Club Bourbons. But that's going to be in the latter half of the show. We got a lot of news we got to get to tonight. And also, while you are watching, if you would, she gonna blow. While you are watching, if you would like to support the show, and like I said, I might not be able to go live next week for my birthday stream. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but we will see. That being said, though, if you'd like to support the show while I am live, you can hit the pinned link, whether you are on Twitch and it's at the top of your chat, or if you are on YouTube and it is at the bottom of your chat. Head to that Stream Elements link and do what we call Snuffy Chats. We call them that because of Mr. Snuffleupagus back here. He is the patron saint of Timbip Live. He used to be imaginary, and we believed so hard that we brought him into the real world. And he also hangs out with the professor down here. But don't listen to him. He's going to tell you some stuff that you shouldn't believe. And also, if you follow that Stream Elements link, your message will show up right here on the top of the screen. Big ass August birthday. Yes, Tony is right. Next week is the beginning of Big Ass August. What is Big Ass August, you may ask? Big Ass August is the celebration of my birthday month and a fun time for you to sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, for as little as $5 a month, you get bonus content every single daggum week. But the fun thing about Big Ass August is that you get extra bonus content every week at Patreon during Big Ass August. It's going to be fun. We've been doing this for the past few years. It's always a joy to just put out random stuff. I hope those bourbons are all they're quacked up to be. That was good. That was a good one. But yeah, very excited for Big Ass August this year. We're going to do some fun stuff, some goofy bonus episodes. Yeah, I look forward to it. While we're sipping on our first pour of the night, let's start getting into the news. I know that there's some stuff that you have already been aware of over the past week or so, but I got to cover it. I got to talk about it because, boy, howdy, do I find it to be rather important in the world of bourbon. And we're starting off with Moonshine University closing down at the end of the year. And that bringing into question what's going to happen to... Tony, you know I can't resist a good Herbert the Pervert quote. That sounds nice. Come on down. I got a whole mess of popsicles in the cellar. Just looking for the paper boy. Of all the friggin' impressions that I could do, I had to somehow develop Herbert the Pervert. Call me. Just hoping it'll bring me some good news. All right. Anyway, that's quite enough of that. So this was announced last week. Just some background on Moonshine University. Over the 14-year run, the program has taught... is that better than Chester the Mole? Is that a Herbert the Pervert quote? Have I forgotten that? I don't remember. They have taught 337 courses, educated more than 15,000 attendees, helped support the launch of nearly 300 distilleries, welcomed students from all 50 states, 4 U.S. territories, and 49 countries, and seen nearly half of attendees enter the spirits industry within 2 years of completing a course. The school became known for offering hands-on instruction covering distillation, production, compliance, and business planning for both new and established distillers. Current and prospective students still have time to participate. All scheduled Moonshine University courses will continue through the remainder of 2026, with registration remaining open for upcoming classes. And what is going to happen to Stave and Thief? Not really entirely sure. Flavorman also provided an update on the Stave and Thief Society, the organization behind the popular Bourbon Steward certification programs. The program, including both associate and executive Bourbon Steward certifications, will continue operating through the end of 2026 while Flavorman explores opportunities to transition it to another organization. In-person certification classes will continue throughout 2026. Online courses will remain available until December 10th, 2026, and additional updates will be shared with members of the Bourbon Steward community as plans develop. Now, I know that, like, this on its face, like, as consumers, as people who are watching this, you might, like, just kind of go, I don't really feel like this is that big of a deal. This is kind of a huge deal. There's not really another program like this that exists, and it has been so successful and has brought so much value to actually educating and celebrating bourbon that it's not something that can be easily replicated, and it's not something that will be easily transferable to another party. And seeing this shut down, potentially, I mean, again, like, they are trying to get Stave and Thief to go over to somebody else to control it and take up the mantle, but I don't know if that's going to be, like, not to be a pessimist about this, but I'm just not sure if we're going to see the level of success, you know? I mean, it could be... It could be dead in the water. I hate to put it that way. But all that being said, though, this is a bummer. This is a true bummer. For many in the bourbon and craft spirits world, Moonshine University represented the first step toward opening a distillery or advancing a career in the industry. Its closure marks the end of an important chapter in modern American distilling education. While the Moonshine University name will sunset at the end of the year, Flavorman hopes its curriculum and educational mission will continue through new partnerships, preserving a legacy that has helped shape the modern craft spirits movement. Yeah. Sad, man. It genuinely sad. Like, I opened Instagram and saw the post about it, and my first reaction was like, oh no. Like, this sucks. Just really bummed me out. So, best wishes to all involved. We'll see what happens next. But I have good news, though. Fred Minnick has fixed the formatting on his website, so it doesn't look like that anymore. Remember, we couldn't read the headlines. Now it's better. In other news, though, Brown-Forman has rejected the purchase offer from old Sazerac. Isn't that nice? Doesn't it make you feel good a little bit that consolidation is not happening everywhere? Brown-Forman Corporation. I would normally say meow, but today, should I say quack quack? Sugar Kitty? You say whatever the heck you want to. I'm still going to say meow to you, though. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Wait, why is your handle Sugar Kitty RIP? What happened? What? Who's resting in peace? Am I going to be sad? Sugar Kitty. I'm a member of the Stave and Thief and the Wizard Academy Whiskey Marketing School, Psalm. Nice. What between the two do you feel like was more valuable? Very sad to see Stave and Thief go. Yeah. Sugar Kitty, I am so incredibly sorry. She was 19 years old and had been sick off and on for a while. It was not unexpected. I know, but it is still always. I am so sorry, my friend. That was not what I was anticipating hearing tonight. I hope y'all are doing all right. Wizard Academy had more levels and did more for Psalm and Spirit communications. Fair. Man. Horrible news. Horrible news, Sugar Kitty. Thinking about y'all. Hope you're taking care of yourself, too. Yeah. So Brown-Forman announced that its board of directors received an unsolicited proposal from Sazerac to acquire the business, and taking into consideration Wolf Pen Branch, LP's view, as noted below, it's concluded that Sazerac's proposal is not actionable. As fourth, fifth, and sixth generation shareholders of Brown-Forman, we care deeply about the company, its brands, its people, and its culture. Sure you do. Sure you do. Hello, Jeffrey Wack. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a tough time the past 6 months. 4 sick ones, 2 humans, 2 feline. 3 of the 4 are now past. Jeez. 3 of the 4 are now passed, including Mom, who was 90. Tully's over on Twitch offering condolences as well, too. That is a tough 6 months, Sugar Kitty, and again, I am very sorry. Cheers to you, my friend. May your days improve. Assuming that's Samoan barkeep? Who, Tollyweeds? We are confident in the strength and competitive position of this business, and we believe the company is well positioned to deliver long-term value for all shareholders. We have concluded... Well, this is mine now. No, it's funny. Oh, I guess Tullyweeds, are you Samoan barkeep? Have I missed something? We've concluded that please stop doing that. We've concluded that Sazerac's proposal does not align with this vision for Brown-Forman's future. Brown-Forman's board and leadership team are confident that the company will continue to deliver long-term growth and shareholder value. I am not Samoan barkeep, says Tullyweeds. So, Tullyweeds, I am Tully. So, folks, what have we learned from the Brown-Forman refusal of the proposed acquision by Sazerac? I lost that sentence. Couple of things. One, I think the biggest thing that we can take away from this is that Sazerac is desperate to get rid of the money that is burning a distillery-sized hole in their pocket. They are desperate to get a new distillery in their ranks. And they are going to keep offering until they find one. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, they did actually acquire... Sazerac, Garrett County. Yes, they did wind up buying Garrett County. So for $20 million. So if they are sitting, they're both House of Tully. Brown Foreman is like, we saw what you did to Early Times. No, thank you. Okay, but is the new Early Times really that bad? Is it really that bad? It baffles me that Sazerac drops $20 million. And then they're still like, you know what? Not enough. We need more. And they didn't even go after a vacant property. They went after Brown Foreman. Jack Daniels, Woodford Reserve, Old Forester, Brown Foreman. Prior to that, they went for an empty building. I've been Tullyweeds online since about 98. That's almost before Perry was born. My sister was born in 1998. Before I came on stream, that didn't sound right. Before I started stream, I was getting home, and I ran into my neighbor across the street, and he was just checking in with me, and he was like, how's things? How are you? And I was like, good. You know, my birthday is next week. I turned 33. And I was like, yeah, I was born in 93. And he was like, that was when I was running up and down the East Coast of the United States pulling trucks. And I was like, okay. With Saz, 20 mil is cash. They don't even need to finance that. Oh, 100%. But the fact that that is just sitting there, the fact that it's just sitting there, and that they have what I would argue is probably, I don't know, 5 times that they are willing to fork over at a moment's notice towards Brown Foreman is insane. Like, genuinely crazy. What you do in the privacy of your own home is your own business, Perry? Yeah, I know. Before you did what on stream? Save that for OnlyFans, sir? Yeah, I messed up. The other thing that I want to point out here, though, is that with all of this talk that we saw from Brown Foreman and the Pernod Ricard talks from a couple months ago, I don't think that Brown Foreman is that desperate to have a purchasing partner or a business partner. I know that we have seen that they haven't had great numbers over the past few quarters, but let me be honest with you. I think that they're either going to be fine on their own, or there's something where that is in the works or going to be in the works that would require them to just need an inflow of cash and allow them to still do what they're doing. Like, they need an investor, it seems like, more than they need somebody to come in and take control of all of their brands. That's my read of the situation. I don't know if it's accurate, but I would be surprised. I mean, who's to say? Who's to say? We'll find out, I would guess, within the next year. They own Jack, Woodford, and Old Foe, and that's just bourbon. I think they are just fine. I agree. It's just that we kept seeing, and I'm not going to go through like the actual numbers of it, even though I am a numbers guy. Nobody gets that reference. Partner Saz wants to bury them. I mean, I know. That's why I'm saying they rejected that offer. Like, I think that's why we're seeing things like we have concluded. I'm going to lose my mind. We have concluded that Sazerac's proposal does not align with his vision for Brown-Forman's future because it just seems like, and again, like if I remember correctly, the language that they were using when it came to the discussion around Pernod Ricard and the way that that relationship was going to look was that they weren't going to be like a managing partner. It was that they were going to give up the ability to actually manage the entirety of Brown-Forman. Like that's what I'm saying. And it just seems like Sazerac was proposing a hostile takeover. I know that's not a thing, but that's the way it just like comes across. You know, they're like, hey, we're going to give you all this money and we're just going to take control of all of your assets. And they were like, we don't want to do that. Like, I don't love Brown-Forman as a corporation, but there's somebody with enough backbone, I guess, that is like, we kind of like the way that we're running things right now. And what's really funny about that on the back end, too, is that they've been losing money by their own admission. Like, I know they have to, at some point, talk about that because they have shareholders, and their shareholders have to be aware of what's going on with them financially. But it's just very funny that, you know, there was all of this discussion about them having some kind of buyout. And then at the end of it, they're like, yeah, but not like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's move on. Potter Jane is releasing their first product. It's not theirs. It is product that they have bought. Hold on. You didn't see anything. You have seen nothing. Whistle Pig's moving locations. Oops, I couldn't get into that article. Oh well. Vermont-based Whistle Pig has been making moves in Kentucky. Last December, the distillery opened the Development Depot, a production facility in Brandenburg, a city on the banks of the Ohio River just under an hour southwest of Louisville, that's capable of distilling 50,000 gallons a year. That same month also saw the debut of Whistle Pig Vault, a brand home in Louisville's Nulu neighborhood that features whiskey tastings, bespoke cocktails, and a retail space. It's got a 270-gallon still that's designed predominantly for experimentation or one-off mash bills and innovative flavors. It's open Wednesdays through Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. But their main attraction, of course, is the Vault in Louisville. 5,000 square foot space inside a former bank vault. And I love when people do stuff like that. I'm a sucker for it, you know. I just have to be. But I do appreciate that Whistle Pig is starting to migrate towards Kentucky more and more, you know. Speaking of migrating, hey, if you're in Louisville, have I been to the Vault yet? Also, thank you for the 100 bits, Tullyweeds. I've not been to the Vault yet, but I would love to go. I've not been. Super dope. Thank you for the 100 bits. Very kind of you. Former bank vault like on Justified. See, Justified was accurate. Just not in terms of like how far everything is in Kentucky. But there is now going to be a bus that takes you from Louisville to Buffalo Trace. Thanks to Mint Julep Experiences. We have a microbrewery in town that was a closed bank, and they have their kegs stored in the vault. Nice. What year was it? 2024? When we did our meetup for the podcast at 21C in Lexington, they have part of their dining at the restaurant there, which is now being closed and converted to a different, I think it's a Mediterranean restaurant. But they have a old bank vault in that building. Has there been any more talk about a meetup this year? There has not. A meetup is more than likely going to happen next year, though. This year kind of got away from me, but I am I've had so many things that have just like grabbed me by the neck and thrown me around this year that I was not in any place to plan an event like that. And here we are at the end of July, and to get anything together, but 2027 is looking a lot better for some kind of meetup, I would say. They should put a monorail in from Lexington and Louisville to Buffalo Trace. I mean, I'm in favor of high-speed rails in general, but I am not opposed to that idea. Speaking of meeting up, I think I will be in Kentucky in November for a couple of picks. We may have to grab a drink together. I would love that. That sounds delightful. Just hit me up, Tully. I'd love to figure that out. Bourbon lovers visiting Louisville will have a new way to explore one of Kentucky's most celebrated distilleries this fall. Mint Julep Experiences is a partner with Buffalo Trace to launch the Buffalo Bus, offering direct round-trip transportation from downtown Louisville to the historic Frankfurt Distillery. I need more in-bed time with Perry. More in-bed with Perry time, yeah. One of my favorite memories is all of us just hanging out in that bed. Good stuff. We'll do when I know more. Yeah, just let me know. The half-day experience will operate Thursdays through Saturdays from September 3rd through November 14th with guaranteed departures and a maximum of 22 guests per trip. Departing from the Omni in Louisville, the Buffalo Bus takes guests to Buffalo Trace for the distilled tour and tasting, followed by free time to explore the distillery gift shop and purchase available bottles and souvenirs. Guests return to downtown Louisville by 2 p.m., leaving plenty of time to continue exploring Bourbon City. $89 a person before taxes and fees include round-trip transportation, the distillery tour and tasting, and time at the Buffalo Trace gift shop. Gratuity is not included. Can I be honest with you guys? This is not a great deal. This is not a great deal for a couple of reasons. Now, one, it's a great deal because it keeps you safe. If you're going to go to a distillery and you're going to be drinking, that is definitely going to keep you safe. And that makes it a good deal. However, $89 for a 45-minute bus ride one way to one distillery with no food, I'm assuming, kind of whack. Sorry, not to steal anybody's thunder with that word, but that would also be in bed with whack time? Yes, it would be. It would be. You've correctly assessed that situation there, Sugar Kitty. Yeah, I don't love this. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on. RNDC filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Yay! They owe millions of dollars to a lot of places. I'm friends with some of the people that they owe money to. And it's not a small chunk of change. Vine Pair reported today that what once was the second largest liquor distributing company in the U.S. filed yesterday in the Southern District of Texas. The company confirmed the filing in a published statement. It's more whacking than I needed to ponder. The purpose of filing Chapter 11 was to explore potential sale transactions in court and implement an orderly wind down of our remaining operations. The company has been selling off contracts for the past year. The statement also noted that the filing involves joint ventures and not the parent company. For now, New York, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky are not part of the filing. This decision was not made lightly, RNDC said in a statement. Over time, our industry has evolved, consumer preferences have shifted, and the wholesale environment has grown increasingly challenging. Hey, Sazerac made the millions, almost $1 billion. Yes, a lot of money. A lot of money. That's too much pondering to whack. Hey, it's too much whack to ponder. Whacking to ponder? Let's move on. Middle West Spirits owned Old Elk releases highly anticipated 10-year-old collection. We got the 10-year wheated bourbon, the 10-year wheat whiskey, and the 10-year straight bourbon coming at you. 51 corn, 34 malted barley, 15 rye, 52.5% for the 10-year-old straight bourbon. The wheat whiskey is 96% wheat, 4% malted barley, 51.5. I didn't need to read that message. And the 10-year-old wheat bourbon is 51 corn, 46 wheat, and 3% malted barley at 52.5%. And they are all $70 each. Gonna try to get a hold of these for review for the show. Pretty excited about it. It's nice to see that they're still up and running. Only ever reviewed one Four Roses product on the show ever, and it was delivered to my house on New Year's Eve in 2022. No idea why. 70 seems lower than what they normally have for MSRP. No, I yes, you're not wrong, but this is the like the onset of their new brand and everything. So it makes sense that things have shifted in terms of like what you would expect from MSRP for them. So great price. The fact that it's a good age statement, nothing wrong with that for me, I would say. Four Roses launches 100 proof bourbon. Yeah. I know. I know. Why did it just get announced on July 22nd? We put out our episode what day? What day was this? When did we put this episode out? July 15th. Okay, so it was just a week late. I've been out of the loop with Old Elk. They redid stuff. They got bought. I think they went under and then they got bought, if I'm not mistaken. What is this number? But at the very least, yeah, Middle West owns them now. Miss that? I've been to their tap room. Is that the right term? In Colorado, and it's very nice. Tasting room? Tasting bar? I don't know. Anyway, I poured more of the 100 proof because it's that good. Tasting bar sounds better. I think that's what you would call it. I don't know. Four Roses is expanding its lineup with the launch of Four Roses Bourbon 100 proof. Delivers increased structure and intensity while maintaining the balance, consistency, and approachability the brand in its 80 proof flagship is known for. Four Roses at 80 proof is soft, complex, and very approachable. By increasing the proof, these key attributes are not lost, simply magnified. It's a different perspective on the same classic flavors that make bourbon, Four Roses bourbon interesting and unique. 100 is the perfect proof for increasing the intensity of the nuanced flavors without overwhelming the balance, said Brent Elliott. MSRP is $30 for a 750 and a liter for $32.99. It's a great bourbon. Exclusively at on-premise locations. I don't know what they mean by that because I bought it at Liquor Barn. And I guess they mean just like you can only get it at a store. I don't know, man. But look, $33 for the liter bottle, not bad. Especially when it's just $3 more over the 750. Nothing wrong with that. The 117 series is expanding from Old Forester, the Triple Char. Okay. Sounds like a good alternative to Turkey 101 then. I'm going to be really honest with you. There are times recently where I would rather have the Four Roses 100 over Turkey 101. I know that sounds like sacrilege, but it's true. Old Forester unveils Triple Char, the newest expression in the 117 series, and the first release crafted entirely from whiskey distilled at Old Forester Distillery on Louisville's historic Main Street. It's matured in barrels that are charred 3 times longer than Old Forester's standard specification, creating a bold bourbon with intensified oak character and layered complexity. It will be available in limited quantities at the Old Forester Distillery and select Kentucky retailers for a suggested retail price. Oh, jeez. Of $65 per 375. This feels like they've run out of ideas. Just going to be honest with you. Bullet 87, the bourbon rye blend. It seems like this is their distillate. Oh, wait, no. It's their bourbon distillate and rye from MGP. Both whiskeys are aged 4 years and finished separately with toasted American oak and French oak staves for 4 to 6 weeks. An anomaly for Bullet, which has never before finished its whiskeys with staves. Their R&D manager, Phil Gillignew, refers to the resulting whiskey as like a cake in its construction, with bourbon acting as a sponge, rye as chocolate shavings, and the staves as buttercream. Okay. Very weird. At just $30, it's released. It doesn't break the bank. This is another one that I'm trying to grab a bottle of for a review on the podcast. I don't know about this, man. I'm of two minds about it. I'm curious, but I'm cautious. I'm very cautious about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to skip over that one. I don't want to talk. I don't want to touch that one. Old Grain. Saw a picture of BT bottling a Blanton's that is 20 years old today. I'm sorry, what? That's crazy considering all Blanton's is like 4 now. Yeah, drop it in the Discord. I'll pop it up on the screen. Let me also open up Discord. Old Granddad 7 years back. Hooray. I guess. Some special overseas release, I would guess. Yeah, it might be for What's the French place? What's the French place that always has the fancy Blantons? What's it called? I know what you're thinking of. I cannot think of the name of the place. No, it's not the Moulin Rouge. Maison du Whiskey. La Maison du Whiskey. $1,400. Hey, anybody want to split this one bottle of Blanton's with me? Thank you, Andy. La Maison. La Maison. Hey, I could customize my bottle. I could engrave it. I could get a wood gift case, glassware and flasks, premium chillers. This is a 2025 release. I mean, I like the... I'm not reading that out loud. Posted it in Discord. Okay. That's got to be Maison du Whiskey. Hold on. I gotta fix my screen. What? Okay, maybe it isn't. I don't know what the heck this is. It does say 70 CL on the bottle, so I'm sure it is. Oh, it's right there. Yeah. It says right there, Maison du Whiskey. France. I mean, these look sick. Yeah. Those are really cool. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, this picture's insanely blurry, but also it kind of looks like an F1 bottle or something. Hey, also, if you want access to our Discord, you can join the Patreon at any tier, even for $1. Maison de la Bonne de Terre Mediocre. I don't know what that means. I also probably butchered every single word other than maison. All the cigar drops be throwing me off the whiskey drums. That's funny. Totally. Thank you for sharing that. That's super cool to see. I didn't even know that was happening. I have so many notifications. There's so many notifications. Blanton's 20 spent 19 years in a Barton warehouse. Yeah. I mean, hey, as long as it touched Rick House H, you know? Speaking of 20-year releases, by the way, someone in a local Minnesota Facebook bourbon group was there today and shared them. Oh, nice. Andy! Some of the things I have to read out loud on this stream sometimes. I need to think about it before I say it out loud. That was one of them. You... Nah, don't be sorry. It's fine. I should have better judgment than to just read things before I read them. Barrel's putting out Decade 2. It's 20-year whiskey. $200. The new expression was distilled in Canada and contains liquid from 20 to 30 years old. It was expertly crafted and bottled in Kentucky at 141.3 proof. Yay. Man, stop putting the ninja emoji. There's no thinking on YouTube. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I've seen insert controversial creator here. Thinking optional, exactly. I've seen claviculars content. He's popular with the kids, right? I can name a streamer. Wilmington Piper? What? Cheers to you. How are you? Good to see you. How are things? Bibb and Tucker's got an 8-year bottle and bond. I've never had a Bibb and Tucker that I've liked. You have? Yes, of course I've seen claviculars content. Have you not? It's really bad. It's very boring, and he's an idiot. He's so stupid. I have no idea who you're talking about. Good. Don't worry about it. He's a moron. If you ever hear your kids talking about maxing or mogging, that's where it comes from. It comes from that guy. It's surprising that I'm aware of him, but no, I would never watch that. I mean, I don't sit down and go, let's see what Clavicular's doing today. It's just that I am aware of his content and I have seen some of it. I watch other streamers who have watched it. We've banned YouTube in our house for the kids, but I'm sure that your kids' friends have said he's looks maxing. He mogged you. Never mind. Let's just move on. Bibb and Tucker's got an 8-year-old bottled and bond. Isn't that something? Right? It's a thing. It's a Tennessee bourbon. Gotta run to be a super dad. Love y'all, and sorry I've been sucking at sitting barrel rings lately. Work has been clapping my cheeks hard. It's all good, man. I understand. Andy, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Go be super dad. I understand. $65 for a 750. That is a great price for this. I hope it's good. I did say clapping cheeks. Sorry. It's funny to say. And then last, before we get to a few TTB labels, Dancing Goat Distillery launches Stillman Sonder Bourbon and American Single Malt. I am actually kind of excited about this. I'm supposed to be getting some bottles for the podcast. Who's to say whether it's going to be good or not? But I like Dancing Goat. And shout out Wisconsin. So the two expressions are both 10 years old, and they launched on July 28th. And they're a product of 3 generations of the Moss family. I have yet to try a Dancing Goat. I've got a rye pick in my cabinet back here. What's it called? Oh, it's called I Would Rye For You. It's fabulous. Their ryes are genuinely phenomenal. I love their rye whiskey. I don't think I have anything else in here. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's Mendon Mill. B&T is for butt chucks. Night night whiskey fam and all love. Okay. I've danced with the devil in the pale moonlight. But totally, I like their rye over their bourbon. Personally, that would be my recommendation. Anyway. The bourbon's 94 proof. The single malt is 96.4. You read my mind. That's funny. I see there between Madison and MKE. Not sure when the next time that is. I'll be driving through there, but we'll have to try and remember that. Slapped a fruit fly down. And both bottles are $70. MKE is Milwaukee. Oh, my bad. All right, TTB labels. Remember, as I said a couple weeks ago, not doing as many TTB labels as we used to do because no reason for me to go, I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm looking at it. When I can just talk about ones that I find to be interesting and to discuss. But otherwise, for some reason, we have the 2027 limited edition small batch for Four Roses label already out. I don't know why. I don't know why, but Cumming Whiskey has posted it, and Four Roses was really excited about it, I guess. So, hey, when you're ready for it, you're ready for it, I guess. I have something to say about this. Didn't know there'd be an airport code test on here tonight. Oh, yeah, MKE. I got you. This is Booker's Reserve for 2027. And I think, first of all, this is just bourbon. This is just Kentucky straight bourbon, 10 years, 7 days, 127 proof. I'm not saying that the other Booker's Reserves releases have been bad, but this is like the trend that Freddie has gone on with almost every product that he has done so far that he has been given the reins for. Go a little bit crazy, see if it sticks. Oh, wait, this isn't the way that it should have been. Go back to what everybody was hoping it would be in the first place. This is what I feel like the reserves should have been all along. Just like old bourbon with a great proof point. Like, this just makes sense to me. Not tequila finish. Not whatever the rest of the crap was. So, I don't know, man. Like, this just clicked, but I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's Little Book. But, you know, he hasn't learned his lesson, I guess. That sounds way worse than I meant for it to. But, yeah. Anyway. Again, 2027. So. I have a confession. I didn't know that Blonde Brothers was still operating. I thought that they had shut down. But here's two labels from them. I think they're both called Liddy City. Terrible name. But whatever, I guess. One is light whiskey finished in a honey cask, and the other one is light whiskey finished in a cognac cask. They're both 8 years old and 100 proof. I don't know if this is going to be any good. I'm going to be honest with you. 8-year-old light whiskey. Stay Pony Golden Boy. Okay, dude. All right. I don't know. I just don't know. This is a weird one for me. So we'll see. Jack Daniel's Special Reserve, Tennessee whiskey. Sweet Mash High Proof. It's just saying 125 right now. I don't know if it's going to be 125. I got another confession to make. That Blonde Brothers looks terrible. Yeah. I think that's also kind of one of the reasons that I thought they had shut down. Because, like, these labels look like absolute garbage. Like, this looks like somebody else got the rights to Blonde Brothers. And they were trying to revive it, but they didn't have a good graphic designer. This looks bad. Anyway, Jack Daniel's special release series highlights the whiskey-making abilities of the Jack Daniel's Distillery. 4 unique batches crafted with a sweet mash process, aged on the top floor of Barrel House 206 in Fire Brigade Fields and offered at barrel proof. Cool. I'm excited. I can't wait for this one. Rare Character Whiskey. 5-year anniversary, 18 years old. 129 proof. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So excited for that. And then last but not least, the blurriest label on here. Bardstown Bourbon Company Distillery Reserve Oak Encore Barrel Finish. Straight bourbon whiskey, double-barreled in American oak for up to 7 years. 115.2 proof. It's all Kentucky with 1 Indiana. And I can't even read the mash bill. All right, cool. Folks, that is all the news that is fit to print. But we're not done yet. What am I doing? I got to get that comment off the screen. That's what I got to do. I got to get the comment off the screen. My tummy's making noises. I did have a little Miller High Life before. I might open another one. I'm not going to lie to you. It's good. If you act now, we'll include free shipping. That's what happens when you turn 33. You can't read small font anymore. Do you think this was small font? This is just blurry. This is illegible. Nobody can read this. I have great vision. These are blue light glasses. I wear them because I'm in front of a computer all day. I got to take care of my eyes somehow. Mm-hmm. My sassy aunt. All right. I thought you actually wore glasses. I don't know if I've ever seen you without. I genuinely do not need glasses. Yeah, blue blockers. I am in front of a computer so much, in front of a screen so much, that if I don't wear blue blockers, I will never sleep. They're yellow, though? They're the thing. Maybe they've gone bad. Maybe I need a new pair. Hey, if you want to send me a new pair of blue blockers for my birthday. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what true blue blockers are. You know what's funny is, like, I say I'm a 90s kid, but I was alive in the 90s. You know, like, I was born in 93. I had, like, 7 years of growth, but, like, I'm more of, like, an actual 2000s kid, right? Like, that was when I was more conscious. But, like, I can say I can't really claim being a 90s kid. There was sunglasses infomercial in the 90s. Hold on. Because I don't think I've seen this. Okay, well, here's a reason I've never seen this. It's from 1993.
Blue blocker sunglasses. They're really different.
My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. Man, I love these blue blockers. Everything is clear. They block out the sun. Oh, yeah, I got to get me some.
It's not like 3D, but it's got that effect where everything is so separated.
They're great. Best sunglasses I ever owned.
Ask your sassy aunt about the infomercial. Sassy aunt, did you have blue blockers?
Telling everyone I know about these, honest to goodness.
I love that we started it out with a rapper. And then we have the whitest guy you've ever seen. Going, honest to goodness, I'm going to tell people about this. Like, really, I am. I can't wait to go home.
Like these. I thought it was a gimmick. When I see it on TV at night, it's not. It's real. They actually work.
The original blue blocker sunglasses block 100% of the ultraviolet and blue light, have lightweight nylon frames, carrying case, and light.
This is why I remember this commercial from 93, because that guy told you about it. That one guy who said honest to goodness. You knew him.
Lifetime limited warranty. Clip-ons available for prescription wearers. Was $49.95.
This is the most incomprehensible thing to a 10-year-old in 2026. They have no idea what any of these words mean. Clip-ons for a prescription wearer. Can you turn Bluey Black back on, please?
Now only $19.95, except no substitute.
I wonder what that 800 number gets you to today.
Hello, and thank you for calling. Just for calling today, you're entitled to a retail rebate of $100. Press 1 now for more information, or you can hang up. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for calling. This is May. How can I help?
I don't know what that was for, but now you know. That sounded like a scam. It 1000% was. That's the beauty of having the barrel rings number on the podcast. Great stream tonight. Thank you. You shouldn't do that. Now they have a number. They have the barrel rings number. The barrel rings number is the most like whatever thing. It's connected to my Google account. I hope they call you back and listen to your voicemail greeting. Oh, I still got to change that. I still really need to change that. Oh, wait, we never finished the... Hold on.
Order now.
We really all have to watch out for the ultraviolet rays and the damage done to our eyes, and so it's really an investment in protecting your eyes.
So there you have it, folks, out there in TV land. Get you some glasses that's sweeping the land. Remember what I said, now I'm a hip hopper, yeah. Go get you some blue blockers.
That was beautiful. Yes, you do need to change it. All right, dude. All right. Okay. I see what's up. All right, let's get to the Duck Club. Starting out with Bourbon for the Outdoorsman. Blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, 92 proof. Duck Club Bourbon is crafted for those who feel at home in the wild. Born from our passion for the great outdoors, it honors the traditions of waterfowl hunting and supports the protection of North America's vital wetlands. This bold bourbon is rooted in transparency, authenticity, and a deep respect for the land. Batch ID number 3. Oh, there's a QR code where I can find out more information about the batch. That's what I was hoping for. I'll just go to the website. Hang on. I would leave you more barrel rings, but after I hear, hey, I have to wait for my ears to stop bleeding before continuing to leave a message. All right, man. Jeez. Not what I wanted. All right, let's go ahead and get this poured up. Shy Guy, we're 2 weeks in, no drinking. What? What do you mean? Also been fixing my sleep schedule. Good for you, dude. Hey, take care of yourself. Good to hear. Happy for you, man. So yeah, here's the 92 proofer. Right. Bourbon for the outdoorsman. Been trying to lose weight and get off some habits, wink wink. Good for you. And here is the High Brass, a cut above. Also a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys at 110 proof. Oh! Ay, ay, ay. Also, I want to highlight the cork on here. Looks like a shotgun shell. Kind of dope. Try to get in healthier habits with my relationship with booze? Absolutely, always. Bullet butt. So, let's take a quick little look-see here at the blend information. The 92 proof is a 4-grain blend. 88% 5-year Kentucky bourbon from Claremont, Kentucky. 67% corn, 23% rye, and 10% malted barley. And then 12% 6-year wheated bourbon from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. 51% corn, 45% wheat, 4% malted barley. And the High Brass is all Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. 81.5% 5-year Kentucky bourbon from Claremont. And then 18.5% 8-year Kentucky bourbon from Bardstown. 75, 15, 10. I'm imagining that that's probably Bardstown Bourbon Company distillate. But we'll see. There's a big party at my local game store, Warhammer 40K, at the end of August. I'll buy a nice bottle to bring and party with, then go back to calorie-focused diet. Nice. Duck, 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 goose. Hi, Papa Ritter. Is it made with real duck? We're going to have to find out together. 110 proof, made with human and dog. Now, this, of course, is not technically made for me, because I'm not what many would consider to be an outdoorsman. However, I can try to put myself in that mindset. Because I've played duck hunt like once. So I think I know what it would be like. Maybe. I don't know. I think I've played Duck Hunt. No, I've definitely played Duck Hunt at least once. But that being said, though, we'll see together. So here's the 92 proofer. Kind of a light hay color to it. Not very dark, but when you've got 5 and 6 year old bourbon blend, for $30 a bottle, by the way, and the high brass is $40. I've been duck hunting. I've never been hunting, period. And you know what? I am okay with it. I'm not the biggest gun guy. It was rabbit season, though. I thought it was duck season. I'm not personally the biggest gun guy. I don't mind people having guns. Like, it's just not my thing. Oh, see, I really thought it was duck season. This is so off base. But I'm not a hunter. Like, it's just not something that I engage in. So, let's smell the 92 proof. Really? I thought it was duck season. That smells like 5-year-old 90 proof bourbon. Duck season. Creme fraiche, oddly enough. Vanilla, a lot of honey. Cinnamon, melon. If you've played in your front yard in January in your underwear sitting in a stool in a kiddie pool, then you felt like a duck hunter, at least how I remember. Oh, I see what you did there. It was rabbit season. It's actually, really not a bad nose at all. The Claremont bourbon's doing a lot of and one feels like a duck, one is happy. For 92 proof, it's got a lot of character to it. It is really quite good. I got no problem with that at all. Really good mouthfeel, really good finish. Freezing cold and slightly wet, barely able to feel your fingers and toes. It's got a nice, like, caramel, apple, peanut brittle finish to it. Palate dips just a little bit. It's just a little bit lighter on the palate. But it's very enjoyable. Like, my feeling with all the branding of it and everything is that it's not intended to be like, something that you're going to get schnackered on. But it is quite good. It is quite good. Harry Potter. Yeah, for $30 a bottle, hard to beat some of the source stuff that's going on in here. That wheated bourbon just gives it a slight little rise in like some of the fruitier notes too, I would say, but it's just really good. When dunk hunting on a Thanksgiving morning in Henderson County, I enjoyed drinking schnapps at 6 a.m., but honestly, that was all. I did get one, though. I felt like I got whiplash from that story for some reason. It just took so many turns. Thanksgiving morning duck hunting in Henderson County. Who did you go with? I haven't been duck hunting in decades before the invent of many warming apparatus to make life easier in the blind. I mean, it's just not something that's ever really appealed to me. I've been fishing once, and the fishing experience was not... I mean, I wouldn't say it was fruitful, but it was also like... I was like, I don't know, 11. So I wasn't even there to like fish. I was there to be on a boat. I was there to show up, I suppose. Big Vic. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you. Long lost girlfriend's father from long ago. Did you ever find her? With her refrigerator running? I hate fishing. I mean, I've never properly fished. Again, like the one time that we went fishing, it was with friends, and it was in like the middle of the afternoon. So we didn't know, and she never found herself either. I don't even want to finish the rest of my story because that is one of the funniest things I have ever read on this show. That is hysterical. She's still out there trying to find herself. And I left her in a duck blind. That wasn't my fault. It was time to go. I was way behind. On Thanksgiving 1983, I met her daddy. He was mean to me. We had peach schnapps. This is a terrible country song. 86? Nah, well, we can just fudge the story for the song. I think the appeal of this more than anything is just the fact that like it looks like a cool bottle that you could have for somebody to go, I've never had Duck Club before. What is that? Like it's just it's not bad either though. Like it's genuinely quite good. It's just like you grab it, you go, you want to try something different? 5-year beam, 6-year MGP, little blend. May as well give it a shot. I mean, it's cool. Also, for anybody who missed it earlier, the shotgun shell cork topper is very cool. I mean, it's just a very cool cork. So, I dig. So let's try the high brass, which is not, I wouldn't call it barrel strength or cast strength. It is 110 proof once again. We'll go through the stats real quick for anybody who missed it. That same 5-year beam stuff, I'm assuming it's beam. I don't know what else is being distilled in Claremont. But it is a vast majority in here. 81.5%. 5-year Claremont, 67-23-10. And I don't think that's Beam's actual recipe. That might be their high rye recipe, which is kind of cool that that's what they've got in there. And then 18.5-year, 8-year Kentucky bourbon from Bardstown. That 75-15-10, I am pretty sure would be from Bardstown Bourbon Company. But if it's not, it might be Barton. I don't think that's Heaven Hill. I'm just assuming that it's. I'm just assuming that it's sourced Bardstown Bourbon Company. You know, that stuff. So. Wait a minute. What? Do I need to switch glasses? Okay, that smells better. It's got a peanut butter note to it. And at first it smelled really sour, and I was not ready for it. It's got a really good, like, beamy, peanutty note to it. I like this nose. I like this nose a lot. It's also got this like roasted corn note on the nose too. Very different from the 92 proof. Like I would not even know that this were from the same brand if I had not bought both of these bottles myself or, you know, been sent them or whatever. Like it just is very different. I think I covered this the first time that I learned about Duck Club, but they also do conservation work. Okay, I don't know why that goes to the same page. But yeah, they work with Ducks Unlimited, habitat restoration. They point out federal duck stamps too. All just good stuff that you can do for investing in our wildlife. Also, they have the sickest merchandise. Their merch is so good. Hold on, I'm going to shut the comments off for just a second on screen. I love their merch so much. It's so good. Like genuinely. It's already traded in on my federal duck stamps. I mean, their merch is phenomenal. I love this hat. I love all their stuff. These shirts are great. Really fun. Really good. So, anyway, that's all. I just wanted to show that before I got into the high brass here. All right. Let's check. Oh, I've already traded in all my duck stamps. I got you now. The high brass is so good. Oh. It's got this awesome, like, cigar ash note. I'm getting choked up. It's got this awesome cigar ash note to it. It is really beautiful. Maple, honeydew, honeysuckle, peanut butter, like a caramel drizzle. This surprised me. It really surprised me how explosive this is. I just was not ready for it. Not to say that I went in thinking like, oh, this is going to be bad or anything. This like exceeded any expectations that I had. Duck Club Bourbon. Well done. Y'all killed it. I've been kind of like circling these bottles for a little while. And I just bit the bullet, I guess. Not to make a pun or anything. But I quite like this, you know. I'm not upset at all. Not upset. I don't think you will be either. I think you should. I especially think you should grab a bottle of the high brass. You can circle them over to my house. That will happen. For certain, for certain. It's got a little bit of corniness to it, a little bit of youth. But I'm not upset with it. I'm not upset with it at all. Yeah. This one's $40 a bottle, I think. I think that's what I paid for it. But let's double check on that price. It's $45 on their website. I'm 90% sure I got it for $40 at Liquor Barn. So it might be even lower than that at retail. I'm just happy to have finally gotten around to trying these. Like, it's not, I don't know if it was something that I would have done on the actual podcast, But it sure is nice to, have something in my back pocket that I can be a little surprised by. Hold on, I gotta give my... Hold on. You have a little bit of corniness in youth. A little. We love you too. Aw. Mike Schneider. Mike Schneider. My mother-in-law texted me asking for the pin to Disney Plus. And I don't know if she means something that was emailed to me or for one of my accounts on Disney Plus. I'm confused now. And she's not texting me back, which is fun. This is from the r/bourbon. This is another review. And their estimation is about what mine is. High Brass is a blend of 5-year-old bourbon distilled in Claremont, Kentucky, and an 8-year-old bourbon distilled in Bardstown, meaning this is very likely a blend of Jim Beam and Bardstown Bourbon Company distillates. Net mash bill, 68.5 corn, 21.5 rye, and 10 malted barley. That's an awesome high rye mash bill, by the way. I'm not at all mad at this bottle. It's a nice complexity for its price point, and it offers a solid intensity of the signature beam profile combined with some individuality of the Bardstown Bourbon Company distillate. Keeping an eye on Duck Club and seeing what they do. In the coming years. We certainly could see some high consumer value limited editions in the future, and who doesn't love a bit of higher age stated Jim Beam? I don't know what he means by that, considering it's 5 years old. But one of the things that I do like about this is seeing what can be done with distillate from Beam that doesn't have to be hyper aged. Like if there is distillate on the market that is 5 or 6 years old and it's going into blends or even just single barrels, I don't really have a problem with that as long as it's quality, I know that we're getting the old Granddad single barrels right now, the 114 single barrels, and they've been really good. But if we're seeing some kind of like variety across the board, and some of these NDPs are getting barrels of high rye or even their low rye product, there's excitement to be had there too. Jim Beam isn't alive anymore. He can't hurt you. You don't know that. So back in the day, it was last year that he was on the show. When Eric was on the show, one of our Patreon characters that we were going to do was reviving Jim Beam. There's a reason Beam is nutty. I don't even remember the rest of that story, so I'm just not going to tell it. Yeah, that's how that story ends. So great. Good stuff. Anyway, Shy Guy, it's never a stream if I don't get to have some of that included. Some of those comments. Anyway. So, like I said towards the top of the stream, if I do get to go... Rabbit season. Something about Austin Powers and it being a bit nutty. If I do get to go live next Thursday, it will be a little bit late because of kindergarten orientation for our oldest. And it will be my annual birthday stream. We can celebrate your boy turning 33 together. If not, I apologize, but I will be back the week after, I hope. Everything's so touch and go these days. But that being said, though, thank you all so much. Tonight's been a lot of fun. Tonight's been one of my favorite streams in a while. Hope to do more. As always, I always want to do more content. I'll have a renewed passion and excitement for trying to make this my full-time job somehow. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible, but here we are. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching on the replay if you have done so, if you've gone all the way through this with me. You rock. You're the best. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go follow the show on all social media at my Bourbon Pod. Because I talked about an ex-girlfriend's dad. I mean, that was part of it. Yeah. That does it. I will see you guys next week, though. But hopefully. Maybe. We'll find out together. Until then, I love you too, Tony. I'm Perry. This is Timbip Live. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. See you real soon.